Hi, I am Bartłomiej and this is POME-TALKS and I'm today with Daniel from Gdańsk University of Technology. Hello.
Hello.
So, first and foremost, I would try to explain your area of expertise, but I think you would do the best job at it. So I would just start that you are here for 1 year of your PhD.
Yes.
As a kind of exchange, university exchange, is that right?
Yes, it's right.
Yeah. So what is your area of expertise?
I came here to Poland and to make this project that is related to agriculture. So we are trying to make some nanomaterials that can be obtained from biomass, for example. And in this project, we are preparing these nanomaterials from a biomass that is from Brazil, that is from sugar cane. And we are using these nanomaterials to improve the production of a bioenergy crop that's used for energy purpose.
And how has been your PhD going so far? Are the results promising?
Yes, we got this nanomaterial we could prepare, and now after we start the experiments in the greenhouse, we are waiting to the crops get more older to start to doing the analysis.
All right. And how did you get hook up on the project in the first place? Because before, if I've seen correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You were doing drug-related projects, is that right?
Drug?
Like medicine-related, or am I wrong?
Oh, yeah. No, yes, you are right. Because in our group, we are focusing on developing a lot of nanomaterials. So, we have two fields of working. One is related to supermolecular chemistry, and the other one is related to energy. And now we are starting this new project that is related to agriculture. But previously, I was applying these nanomaterials, for example, as a drug delivery system.
All right. And yeah, what happened that you were like, let's go into the agriculture project?
Oh, I work with this project related to drug delivery during my undergraduation. And during my master, I finished this work related to censoring drug delivery systems and try to start a new project. Right. And during some classes that we usually had in Brazil, I saw that we can apply these nanomaterials that we are preparing for agriculture. So I said, why not? Let's try this new way of application of nanomaterials.
And why did you choose for this 1 year of Gdańsk University of Technology?
First, my supervisor from Brazil, is from Poland.
Yes.
So she started to talk about how is Polish culture, how is Polish weather, and stuff so on about Polish, and I got interested about Poland and started to search a little bit more about Polish culture, cuisine, weather, the universities, and I was really interested to come to Poland. So I decided why not go to Poland and see with my own eyes.
Okay, and how has it been in comparison? I mean, you had some expectations, as you said,
Yes.
You've done your research, and coming here to Gdańsk, what's the expectations versus reality for you?
So far, so good. I could fulfill my expectations about Polish architecture, culture, and also the view here. It's very much different if you compare from the pictures. When you are seeing live, it's much more beautiful for me.
All right. And how has been in Gdańsk also the community been treating you? And how do you see the possibilities for and opportunities for the development here?
Gdansk for me is a really good city. I enjoy it so far. It's a very organized city. And for me, it's a very good place to live. It's pretty nice.
All right. And yeah, I guess you must have done some sightseeing since you were keen on this place. And do you have any favorite place you like to go to, or is there any place that stood out for you especially?
Here in Poland,
Yeah, in Poland and in Pomerania.
Pomerania region, I'm not sure, but I saw something about the Kashubian region.
All right.
I'm not sure if it's in Pomeranian
Yeah,
region.
it is.
So this is one of the places that I want to visit. It's this Kashubian place here. I don't know if it's too far away from Gdansk. But in the other one, it's I think it's called the Mazurian Lakes.
Kashubian region is actually just near Gdańsk, if you want to. It's 50 kilometers from here, around. So if you have a car, it's very easy, but we also have the railway that you can go to Kashuby. So that's all right. And do you have your favorite place in Gdańsk?
In Gdansk, yes, I have my favorite place. Maybe Spiwna Street, close to Mariacka Church. When you are crossing from the Piwna Street to the Długa Street, the small one. If you are coming from Długa and going to Piwna, when you cross that street, you can have a very beautiful view of the Mariacka.
Yeah, that's true. That view is beautiful.
For me, it's very beautiful.
And tell me, back into your university, how does a day of PhD students in University of Technology look like?
In Brazil?
In Brazil, and if you have the comparison to Poland, is it any different?
For me, they are pretty much the same, because if I compare my work, like how many hours, when I start, what I need to do, it's pretty much the same. I usually have the same ways of working in Brazil and here.
Okay, and does it look like, do you, for example, do the research every day, do the experiments, or how does your average day look like?
That's a good question, because it depends of the experiment. For example, we start to planning which kind of experiment we must do, and then after to make this experiment, we got some results. If the results are good, and as we are waiting, we can start to write some articles and stuff, so on. But if the results are not good, or we have some problems during the experiments, we need to change some parameters, make another experiment until we got some response and how everything is going, what kind of information we have about the research, and try to direct it on the best way.
All right. And second to last question, do you have any advice for someone who's wondering whether to go abroad for such an exchange? Maybe he's a student, maybe they are a student and are wondering whether to go, or for someone who thinks just about going abroad for the work or something. Would you have any advice for them, given your experience already?
I think the advice that I can give to someone that want to experience other culture, it's right. Try not to compare to your culture, because I think it's not suitable, because you have a lot of different things in your culture and a lot of different things that you find in another culture. So are different ways. So for me, I think you need to enjoy this new culture that you are experiencing and try to experience the best, the thing that you will have on this new place.
Okay, so you've just said not to compare, and I'm guessing that's from your experience. But I will ask you the kind of comparison question, because is there any like culture shock? Like, did you get any culture shock just coming here?
Yes, I got a lot of type of these things happen. One of them for me that is, well, I don't know if I can use the word shocking, but it's very different. Because, for example, if you are walking on the street in Brazil and someone starting to stare at you and said, hi, good morning, and the other person reply, yes, good, how are you? But it's not common here in Europe, of course not.
No.
So, I don't know, the people just stare at you and look in different way and go, but they start to stare at you. So for me, it's strange, very strange. And
yeah, it's a bit strange.
and I ask about this to other people and say, no, we usually don't do this on the streets. So I told them, if you go to Brazil, this is very common.
All right. So, last question. If you had given an opportunity, like a magic wand or something, is there anything you would change about, first, your stay here, and B, about your studies, about your time being a PhD student?
Something that I would change? Maybe I will, before I come to Poland, I should study a bit more of Polish, because I think it's very helpful to know the language of the place, but we know that Polish is not so easy to learn.
It's not.
But will be very helpful if you know a little bit about the Polish language, for sure.
All right. And are you planning to maybe come back here after you finish your PhD, or are you planning to stay in your hometown or your home country?
Right now we are making really good collaboration with the Politechnice, and we have some connections. So if I got a really a good job opportunity after finish PhD, I could come for sure here to the Gdańsk Tech and for Gdańsk for sure, with no problems.
That's great to hear. Thank you. That was Daniel from Gdańsk University of Technology. See you.
See ya. Thank you for inviting me for this interview.
Thank you.
Miło mi.
Miło mi.